Hey there guys, Mike here. Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection is back with a new video, and I think today this will really interest you if you're a John Wayne fan or a budding John Wayne fan getting into his movies and stuff. These are some movies that John Wayne had a hand in producing. Now, he experimented with producing as far back as the 40s. When he was at, I think, Republic, he did some, I believe it was Republic, he did some producing. And then he did a series of films where it was Wayne Fellows production. And then he did Batjac. Now, really, I want to focus on the Batjac movies, but these all play a part into Batjac. And I think after Batjac, I'm not sure if he had a production team or if he just independently produced some movies as he went on or how that worked. But I want to show off a movie that's really highly recommended, and just love this movie. I guess this might have been the first movie I saw by this actor years ago, and just really thought this was just awesome. And the director, matter of fact. And also stars one of my favorite actresses of that time period, 40s and 50s. This is a movie called 7 Men From Now, starring Randolph Scott. So that was like the first movie I saw with him in it. It's really good. It's also got Lee Marvin, and it's also got Gail Russell. Just love her. And she's so beautiful. It's such a tragic tale, her real life story. It's something really interesting to check out. But this was actually a production of the Batjac production that I was talking about. Now, this was Bud Boddicker. Always, what's the correct pronouncing of his name? I'm not sure. Bud Boddicker. This was the first time that Randolph Scott and he would team up. Now, this was at Paramount. Now, you're wondering, like, I've got that Randolph Scott box set that's got 5 movies on it. Why is that one not on there? And the reason is those were filmed at Columbia Pictures, and this was filmed at Paramount. So it's tied up in legalities. There's also another one that they produced and directed in, or Randolph Scott, Bud Boddicker movie. That was a Warner Brothers movie, which is, I think, Westbound. And that's like the worst one. Like, everybody just disowned it, didn't like it. I really think Shootout at Medicine Bend is probably the one that's probably not the best. But anyways, back to this movie. This is a great movie, great Western to get into. I mean, it really shows who Randolph Scott is, who he is. Once you can kind of understand his stoic character and stuff, you can kind of check out all his other movies and stuff. But man, Gail Russell, you'll fall in love with her in this movie, and you'll want to search out her movies and everything. But originally, this was a movie that was going to star John Wayne. And John Wayne and Randolph Scott had worked together in like 1940 for Universal. They did a couple of movies. They did Philadelphia, and they did, what's that movie? The Spoilers, which are both really good movies to check out. Both of them have Marlene Dietrich in it too. But anyways, check this out. This is like one of the best ones to check out. But John Wayne, like I said, John Wayne was going to be in this, and he called up his friend Randolph Scott and said, "Hey man, you want to be in this?" And it started the classic run of movies between him and Bud Boddicker and the director. And I mean, what a chance that was. I mean, that made him a legend, basically. I mean, would there have been those other ones if he hadn't done this one first? I don't know. That's Western history right there. But yeah, really good. And this, even though this is a DVD, it's not on Blu-ray. This is the only release of this movie. And it's a decent release. It really is. It's a good DVD release. It's got a lot of extras on it, and commentaries and stuff like that. So fascinating documentaries about Batjac and everything. So really awesome one to get. Next up, this is a movie directed by William Wellman and starring Robert Mitchum and Teresa Wright. Takes place in the snow, kind of this snow-covered mountain during a snowstorm that's coming in. There's already snow, and or no, a snowstorm's coming in, and this family, there's three brothers. They go out to hunt this panther that's been, killing their livestock and stuff like that. And really, what it is a kind of a melodrama of sorts, but a very good one, And really, you would want to watch this for two reasons: Robert Mitchum and William Wellman. But this is just like the other one. This is the similar kind of released from Paramount around the same time. This is Wayne Fellows production, which was, I guess, Batjac. I mean, it's kind of confusing. So I'm just going to say these are Batjac. John Wayne produced this, but he wasn't in it again. This was done in 1954. Oh, the first one was 56. I'm sorry, 56. And this is really good. I mean, Robert Mitchum gets to play kind of a more mean, kind of almost evil, mean-spirited brother in this and stuff. He's just kind of runs the household and all this stuff. He's kind of got kind of a tragic tale. He's got like this thing about him. There's an Indian, Native American guy that's in this. And he kind of lives there at their ranch and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to tell you everything about this. Just check it out. Three things you need to know about this: William Wellman, Robert Mitchum, and John Wayne producing this. That's three reasons to check this out, and then let me know what you think about it. But yeah, Track of the Cat, really cool. Next up, this is a really cool movie. I was thinking back. We had a brief little snowstorm. Right after Christmas, maybe right after the New Year, we had a snowstorm, kind of snowed in. So kind of made me think about some snow movies and stuff. Just, I don't know. But anyways, this is a movie, Wayne Fellows, Batjac production. This is from 1953. John Wayne's in it this time, but this is called Island in the Sky. Now, this was a movie that was out of circulation like forever. I'm not even sure if it ever made it to TV back in the olden days. Like, it came out and then it kind of went under in kind of storage and stuff. It didn't get like really out there into TV packages so people would see them over the years and become like a John Wayne classic. But it is a John Wayne classic. Again, directed by William Wellman, and it's got a great cast in this. They play they live in like a it's set after World War II, and they're kind of at a Air Force post in the some subarctic part of Canada somewhere, like very deserted, like 30 below zero type of situation. And they basically they do some transport missions. They like transport stuff and to different areas around there and stuff, and they run out of fuel and they crash land on a lake, a frozen lake, and they're so remote at this point. Their radio doesn't work well. They're losing what little bit of power the plane has, and all that stuff. They have no fuel, and they only have so many rations for only like 7 days and stuff. And I think they're stuck for like 8 days or 9 days or something like that. And it just shows the frantic teamwork of their buddies, back at the base, trying to find them and working together. Because John Wayne plays this guy named Dooley, and you'll see a special feature on here called Dooley is Down, and you got to check that out. Really cool movie. I mean, John Wayne, they all have like the highest respect for this character Dooley, played by John Wayne, and it's like they would do anything for him. Like, he was just like the best guy. I think through World War II, he like flew on missions with these guys and always got them back home and always did, has a great record. He's like a legend, in the Air Force and stuff. But man, it's got a great cast. You got a very early role by James Arness, who would go on to play Marshall Dillon in Gunsmoke, the TV show. He's really cool in that, playing a little different guy. than he did on the show, obviously. It's got Andy Devine, Lloyd Nolan, Walter Abel, Harry Carey Jr., even has Alfalfa. Carl Schweitzer is in this. He's on one of the other planes that are looking for him, but he's about 20-something at that point. I think he would only have a couple more years, and then he would pass away tragically. But it's cool. It's like spotting people in this movie. There's a lot of great people in this movie. Cast of supporting players is great. But man, a really good movie. This was out of circulation for so long, and they finally got the movies that were done for Batjac, and they got all that straightened out so they could put them out again and restore the prints and get everything going again and put it out there. And I'm really glad that they did, because this is a great release. It's only on DVD also. All of these are only on DVD. And but each one is packed with extras and stuff. I mean, really good extra bonus videos and all kinds of stuff on these. So it's really good. Check this out. I mean, it may not even be in print anymore. Next up, this was, again, another film that was, held up by, legalities of some sort. But this was from 1954, same year as Track of the Cat. But this time, John Wayne is in it. And apparently this movie was like Oscar nominated and all this. It was like a big movie. It was like one of the biggest movies of 1954. But sadly was never really seen on TV or released on home video because of just being tied up in legalities and everything over the years, which was really, really sad. And his son, Patrick Wayne, finally ironed out all the differences for these movies and got these put out by Paramount, because they were made by Warner Brothers. That's something I didn't say. Each one of these is a Warner Brothers movie released by Paramount Pictures, because he did a deal with them and got to do this. But this is called The High and the Mighty. And to believe that this was such a big hit movie, Oscar nominated all over the movies, so everybody's all nominated, and never come out, and nobody knows about it. It's really weird. There is movies like that to this day. There's other movies like that, but this is really good. This is like one of those movies that would go on to kind of influence the movies that Airplane would kind of parody later on, like some of the, Skyjacked and some of those movies that would come out, like that was a big influence on the movie Airplane, the comedy and stuff. And this would be some of the people in it, and like everything's going on inside the plane. It's really cool. It's just really cool. It's kind of like really cool to see how that, happens. But again, this has got a great cast in this. You got all kinds of people in this. A big CinemaScope movie, again directed by William Wellman, and John Wayne's in it. Claire Trevor teams up with him again, who was later, was in Stagecoach with him. Robert Stack, who would be in Airplane later on, kind of almost parodying his own role in this movie. But this was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, and it just kind of fell off the map, and nobody ever saw it again. But yeah, highly, highly recommend to get this DVD. Again, not on Blu-ray. Okay, next up, this is on Blu-ray. As a matter of fact, this is a Blu-ray. But this is another Wayne Fellows release, and this is a Warner Brothers movie released through Paramount Pictures. This is 1953's Hondo. And it kind of falls through the cracks too sometimes. I mean, they restored it a few years ago. It was originally filmed in 3D. So they restored the 3D and all that stuff. But this is a very underrated John Wayne movie, Western, in my opinion. It's really good. I love the color, the Technicolor look of it. It's a great cast. Geraldine Page is the woman in this picture, the mother of the small child that John Wayne meets. And that's actually her first movie role. She was like this big Broadway star, and she came to Hollywood, and she only made like a couple of movies, and then that was it. But she's really good in this. And again, this is a movie. It's got James Arness is in this one too. Ward Bond. Screenplay by James Edward Grant, who did a lot of John Wayne movies. They were like really good friends, and John Wayne always got first dibs on his scripts and stuff and everything. So, but this is a really good movie. Now, you're probably more familiar with this now that this has been out for a while, but this was like kind of on the down low for many years also for some reason. But I don't know. It's weird. It's another Batjac production. Made at Warner Brothers, but released by Paramount on home video finally. But yeah, Hondo. So there you go, guys. There's some just interesting thing. Now, no, I didn't do a great job in telling the history of Batjac and John Wayne producing movies in Hollywood. Okay, you got me there. But check these movies out. Write them out. Do your own research. Fall down a rabbit hole and just find some stuff about these movies, because it's a fascinating story. Find those on video. I'm sure you can get them on eBay for under $10. And The High and the Mighty is actually a 2-disc edition. It's got so much on it. It's a big movie and everything. So there you go, guys. I just thought I would do that. It was kind of an interesting story, and I thought maybe you guys would like to hear it. So there you go. Make sure you check out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a big old like, a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and everything. And I will see you guys again with another video. And y'all take care.